Hello everybody and welcome to another Battleground Games Live. We're live. Hello. Welcome to our living room. I'm Andrew and this is
Amanda. Hello.
And normally we do this thing from the loft at Battleground Games and Hobbies in Abington, Massachusetts. These are not normal times, as some folks may have noticed. So instead, during the last month and a half or so, we've been here in our apartment. We have not left. My last day in the outside world was March 23rd.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was March 23rd.
You did run out and run an errand. I've run a couple of errands.
Yeah.
Very, very carefully. No contact errands. Andy ran to pick up a prescription and did the drive-through at CVS. So good going, Andy, on that. And I have run into my library branch where I work twice, but my library branch is currently closed and no one else was there when I went in.
Yeah, so we've been very, very careful.
And no one else had been there for quite some time prior to me going in and after to me going in. The custodians go in to check our book drops and bring the books up to the main library. What few there are, I think it has slowed to a very tiny trickle. We may get like 1 or 2 things a week right now. Things where like people have to travel for one reason or another, or they're not being particularly smart about things and decide, I'm going to go away for a while. And they want to get rid of their stuff, like their library books. They don't want to hold on to them, even though they're not getting late fees. They don't want to forget about them. I appreciate that. They want to get them back to us. So people have been dropping things in the book drop for that reason.
And you've had to move stuff out of the book drop to keep it from overflowing.
Yeah,
or
so
somebody is.
The custodians go in once every couple of days and peek into the book drops and go, nope, nothing today, and leave them. Or they'll grab whatever is in there and just zip right back out again. My book drop is in my basement, right by the back door. So they go in the back door, they look in the book drop. If there's something there, they grab it. If there's nothing there, they just leave without anything. Our carpets got done.
Nice.
The carpet cleaning guys came and cleaned the carpets. I went in 2 weeks ago and all the chairs were up on all the tables, which was a little confusing. But all the chairs had gone up on the tables and I thought, gee, they must be doing our carpets, or they must have done them. And when I checked with one of the custodians, he said,
hello, Lobster. It appears
that it was going to happen.
I have not set up the...
We don't have any audio alerts, apparently.
Well, no, I don't have the bot. Give me a moment.
Yeah, the bot's
I can put the bot on.
Welcoming someone.
I can do that. Give me a second.
Yeah, we can make that happen. So yeah, I've been into work twice. I'm going to have to go back once because one of the science videos I want to do is static electricity.
It's going to take me a moment because I have to do it in the other room.
One of the things I want to do is static electricity, and I was very, very smart and grabbed my ping pong balls and Rice Krispies and a styrofoam bowl and the things that I would need and some tissue paper so that I could demonstrate some static electricity stuff. I was very, very smart. You know what I didn't grab? Balloons. I have a whole bag of balloons. I didn't grab them. I grabbed all the things that you enact the static electricity upon, and I did not grab the balloons with which you enact the static electricity. I didn't actually grab the one thing I actually need. Everything else I probably could have approximated inside my apartment, but I didn't. I didn't. So that was a little silly of me. Oh well. So I gotta go and get those. Alas. So, yeah, that's a little frustrating. I had hoped that I wouldn't need to go back out, but I'm gonna need to. So, I will make a quick run out at some point and then retreat back into the safety of my home. We had a good staff meeting today at work, which was good. it's tough sort of deciding whether it's going to be a nice productive staff meeting or if it's going to make me depressed. So, but it was productive. It was good. We learned some good stuff, and I will hopefully be able to get a hold of the stuff I need. I am working right now on setting up my library in Animal Crossing. I've gained an enormous number of book-related items. So I'm going to go drop those at the house that will be my library. So yeah. Yeah, this has felt like a slightly better day than yesterday did. It didn't start with me feeling intensely overwhelmed. I did not have horrific nightmares last night about patrons doing foolish things. Our landlord did show up again today with a bunch of kids and a buddy of his, and they all stood around outside and dug around in the backyard, and not thrilled about that, even remotely, but we don't have a whole lot of power over it, so at this point our power is to just call the cops, and calling the cops on one's landlord does feel a little like shooting oneself in the foot at that point. So we have not moved to that stage yet, but it's getting there. There's definitely a feeling of if we were to call the cops on our landlord, we would probably not have a place to live, so. Andy is working on the bot. He is in the other room getting that computer fired up. So yeah. Random quote. It's from one of our RPGs. I don't actually remember him saying that, but
What quote did we get?
Sam from the Middle-earth Adventures, but I was playing in the Middle-earth Adventures game, so I probably wasn't like paying attention to what was getting quoted because I wasn't looking at the chat.
No. All right. I'm back. Okay. So yes, chat is up.
Yep.
Amanda and I were talking just before we went live, and we were thinking about making our Tuesday night streams into a Magic the Gathering themed thing, because we had decided, or I had decided, and Amanda agreed, that today we would do some Magic stuff. I've been doing some work on the online store.
Yeah.
We have Ikoria stuff available for pre-order online through our store, which is
look, the bot kicked in.
Yay, bot! I have my fingers in many pies. Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
The Expanse was a great game.
It was. I didn't get to play it. There is a two-player variant, right?
There is a two-player variant, I think. You found a new toy, the random quote generator. Yeah, we have a lot of quotes in there.
Not that many. No,
that's a fair number.
It's obviously random because it's repeating itself.
Yeah, there are quite a few more quotes in there. It is not just Sam and Pie.
No. So yeah, because my mind was on Magic, because of all the Ikoria stuff, and I actually have pre-ordered a bunch of Ikoria stuff for us. Even though we can't play it in the store, doesn't mean we can't play it here. So around the 15th or so, we're going to end up with some boxes of Ikoria and some pre-release packs and some commander decks, a whole bunch of different Magic stuff. And I was like, man, I miss playing Magic. I don't really like playing on Arena, which is what everybody's doing these days. Everybody's playing online.
Yeah.
Arena doesn't do it for me. I like the cards. I like opening packs. I love I love sorting cards, which is a major part of my job, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I like playing with Magic cards. It's the addictive ink. So I've been missing Magic.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's play some Magic today. What Magic do we have? Well, I have bought one of every challenge deck that has been released so far. Actually, I bought two. One to keep, and for one to break down for bits.
Yeah.
So we have a ton of these. And
they're all sitting here
there's
sealed.
a bunch of them we haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
These are all just a random assortment, so they're from different eras of Magic. So what a Challenger deck is, this is what used to be called, what did they used to call them?
I don't remember.
They're basically a standard legal deck that is tournament playable right out of the box. So you grab one of these during your FNM, you open it up, and you can immediately play in a standard match straight out of the box. They're not
the idea was
incredible, but
the idea
they're
was
better
to get
than
people playing standard, because standard can be very intimidating for new players because it requires you to have the cards that are currently legal in standard, and it's hard to amass a good collection of cards that are very current if you've been out of the game for a while.
Yeah. And it's an instant collection. It's useful for folks who are just getting into Magic. So they have different tiers of products. Like there's the welcome decks that are free. Go into your friendly local game store when it is open again and ask for a welcome deck. They should have these free decks on hand. They are they're 60 card decks, but basically it's two 30 card packs, each of which is one color. And you just mash them together and boom, you've got 60 cards. Generally standard legal, depending on what your store has in stock.
Hey, honey.
They are not great. They are
they're
not competitive decks, but they're a great way to learn how to play. The next tier up from that, they have the Planeswalker Challenge decks, I think they call them. They used to be called dual decks, where you get two decks in a box. And the current set, as well as the set that came out before it, actually have instructions for your first game of Magic. Do not shuffle the decks.
Yeah.
And it tells you what your first few plays are going to be so that you can learn the rules. So that's another product that's available. Again, not great decks, but they're well balanced against each other. So because you've got two decks, you can sit down with a friend or a family member, you can learn how to play the game, and you can play them right out of the box, and neither side is going to have a ridiculous competitive advantage. The next step up from that are the Planeswalker decks, which again are an introductory product. The Planeswalker decks are not, well, they're standard legal, but they're a little more limited than that. Each Planeswalker deck is a single Magic set. So there will be Ikoria Planeswalker decks coming out. And these decks have, each deck has a Planeswalker in it.
Yep.
Which is a particular type of Magic card that people really enjoy and that Wizards of the Coast wants to highlight because it sort of introduces the flavor of the game. It also has a card in the deck that does something with that Planeswalker, usually tutors for it, but also the more recent Planeswalker decks have had cards that look to see if that Planeswalker is on the battlefield and does something special if it is. Those decks are slightly more competitive than the Learn to Play decks, but they're still going to get trounced by like a competitive deck. Then we've got the Challenge decks. These guys are pretty competitive, and in fact, they sell pretty well out of the store because they often have chase cards in them. There's usually one rare in each Challenger deck that is standard relevant, that is something that people in standard are excited about and want to have in their decks.
Yeah.
So yeah, these decks are pretty darn good for a standard game right out of the box. They only have one of the chase card, so if you're trying to build a really competitive deck that has 4 of the chase card in it, you're going to need to do some extra buying, finagling, whatever, to get the 4 card and get like a truly competitive standard deck that is sort of top tier, but this is close.
Yeah.
And it's certainly the best you can get straight out of the box for standard. There's also the what's it called? The commander variant that's standard.
Brawl.
Brawl. I was thinking duel, and I knew it wasn't duel. Duel decks or
Brawl.
something else. Brawl is a completely separate way of playing. It's 60 card singleton with a commander, and they've started making brawl decks. And again, those sell very well out of the store. Not necessarily because everybody's playing brawl, but because there's good cards in those decks for commander. The most recent, well, not the most recent, because I think there's brawl decks coming out for Ikoria, but the last set of brawl decks had a very nice mana rock that was, I think, 3 generic for a artifact you could tap for any color of mana in your commander. Now, that's handy. That's great mana fixing.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted that card. Maybe it was 2 colorless. It was ridiculously good. So everybody wanted that card, and they bought the decks just for that card, and the decks flew. So yeah, there's a lot of pre-constructed decks available, one of which are the challenge decks. And I have a small array of challenge decks here, like I said, from all over the place. So looking at them quickly, I have Hazaret Aggro, a mono red deck from Amonkhet. I have Second Sun Control, again, a deck from Amonkhet. This one is blue and white. I have Vehicle Rush. This is a tricolor deck from Kaladesh that is red, white, and black. I have Deadly Discovery, which is a black and green deck from Guilds of Ravnica, I believe. I have, yes, I think that's Guilds of Ravnica.
Which one?
Deadly Discovery. I have Counter Surge, a challenger deck that is black and green. I don't know which set this is. It's got some Kaladesh and some Aether Revolt in it. So that's probably an Aether Revolt challenge deck.
Yeah.
Lightning Aggro. This is a more recent one from Ravnica. What was it called? The second Ravnica set. Ravnica Allegiance. And I have United Assault, a mono white from Ravnica Allegiance, I believe. Oh no, this is from Dominaria. Man, so we've got
We have a range.
a range of all through like the last 5 years of various challenge decks. I have no idea how well these are going to play against each other. Probably not great. They're
Who
not intended to be
knows?
played against each other. They're from different eras of Standard. They were all Standard legal at the time that they were released, but Standard as a format varies wildly because for anybody who doesn't know how Magic the Gathering works, they release new cards periodically, usually about 4 times a year, and they maintain a format called Standard that is the most recent 6 to 8 sets. It varies. So periodically, new cards will come in, old cards will fall out of Standard, and you have to build new decks to take advantage of the new meta. So as the available mechanics change, the power of the decks change. So some Standard environments are very, very competitive and have lots of cool mechanics. Some are less so. And since we've got stuff from all over the place here.
It's definitely all over the place.
This is just what I could find. I know we've got more around the apartment. We need to do some organizing, but that's neither here nor there.
There's so many Magic cards in our apartment.
Before we get to that, though,
Apparently we're doing present time?
We can do present time, because we've got some packages that have arrived, and I don't remember what I've ordered, or even if these are things that might have come from other people. We know what one of them is.
Yeah, we know what one
do you
is.
want to open this big heavy box?
You can't hand it to me. It's too heavy.
No, I can. It's not that bad.
How am I supposed to open it?
I have scissors.
Okay.
Here.
So the company that we got this from repurposes boxes. This is not from
it's not from Amazon. But that's kind of cool, you know. I don't mind folks reusing boxes, recycling.
Well, they aren't always in the best of shape.
Does it come with a lot of packing peanuts?
Yes.
Clara will like that.
So yeah.
Is this what you anticipate?
It is exactly what I anticipated. I am not going to unpack them because we will end up with packing peanuts everywhere.
But we have talked about on the stream before our favorite fast food chili, Skyline chili.
Yeah.
We ordered more so that we'd have some. We have so much spaghetti in the apartment right now.
It was out everywhere, so I ordered it everywhere, and then it all came in, sort of like our flour.
Yeah.
That is heavy, Andy. It's hard to maneuver.
And our beef.
Look, I thought this was going to be like Forgotten Realms, or not Forgotten Realms, for Fallen Empires.
Right. So you ordered as much as you possibly could, and then it all came.
So yeah, quick story to explain what that reference is. Back in the day, in the early 90s, when Magic the Gathering began, sets were really hard to come by. Things like Arabian Nights and Antiquities were really hard to come by. They were hard to get. Stores had to order, if you wanted, say, 2, or if you wanted to get like 4 cases, you would have to order like 20 cases because you would get shorted. And that was just, if you ordered 4, maybe you'd get 1. So everyone got into the habit of over-ordering because they knew that there was no way they were going to get what they needed, and customer, demand for stuff was high enough that if you ran out of it, people were going to other stores and they weren't going to be coming to you for it. And then Wizards went, gee, a lot of people want to play our game, and it's only hurting us to not have people able to get a hold of our product. We should probably print more of it. Look, we've had this store ordering 100 cases, and this store ordering 20 cases, and this store ordering, 400 cases or whatever. And they said, well, if the demand is that high, we'll print that much. 2 negative things happened. One, Fallen Empires is not a great set. It's low powered. It was low powered even now, and the power levels have shifted. It is still a bad set. The power level from that set was never good, ever, in any environment. It has, 2 relevant cards?
Probably, yeah.
Hymn to Torak, and I don't know.
They did the experiment with Fallen Empires where they had several different printings of a single card in one set.
With different art.
Which
made certain artwork chase cards, but the other ones are, not that impressive. But yeah, you saw the same card over and over and over and over and over again.
Demand.
Is High Tide Fallen Empires, or is it the Dark?
Anyways, there are not many desirable cards in that set.
Hymn to Torak is the only big one that I can think of. It is Fallen Empires. Okay. It's banned in Pauper.
Poor Pauper.
Oh, Pauper. But yeah, it wasn't very good. And then they also printed, it wasn't a good set anyway. And then it was further hampered by the fact that they printed multiple cards in multiple artworks. So there were fewer actual distinct cards in the set. So that was a problem. And then they printed a lot of it. And everyone got what they ordered. So if previously you had to order 20 cases in order to get 2, And 2 was around, maybe 3 was around where, you know, you actually were selling. You got 20 cases. You can't sell 20 cases. You probably can't sell the 2 cases you would have been able to sell anyway because the set isn't that good. And suddenly you have, you know, 10 times as much as you would have needed with a decent set.
Yeah, the drought was suddenly over, and it was at a bad time.
Yeah, it was a bad set for it to have happened with, and it would have been bad no matter what, but it further made it bad that it wasn't a good set. Because it wasn't even like people were happy to buy more packs of it than normal because it was, you know, powerful. It was just a bummer of a set. There are game stores that went out of business because of this. There are like game and hobby stores that were massively over ordering in order to meet their demand, and they could not pay for the product that they had obtained. And Wizards wasn't going to get
So this is a frequent reference between me and Amanda. When a drought suddenly ends.
When you suddenly end up with way more of something.
Ordered, yeah. But it's more than you actually wanted.
It's like you were ordering for Fallen Empires.
So this happened to us with our online grocery delivery.
With flour and beef.
Yeah.
We had a drought, and suddenly the drought was over. And
suddenly we had a ton of hamburger that we had to eat. So I made hamburger buns today. Thank you, Lobster of Revenge, for mentioning in chat.
They were delicious.
They came out pretty well. I definitely want to change some things for the next time I make them, but they came out pretty well. They're a little dense, which I think could have been solved by changing up how I mix them with the starter. Basically, this is a sourdough recipe, so it was not using any of our pre-packed yeast, of which we have a very limited supply now.
Yeah, we have a very small amount.
We have a ton of flour.
Yeah.
So we can make all kinds of baked goods with my sourdough starter.
What we need to do, we know of a place that is selling some bulk goods, and they do have yeast on their list. So we need to buy some bulk yeast and go pick it up. Unfortunately, we are outside of their delivery range, so we're going to have to do a little trip to Arlington.
But yeah, we could get some cakes of yeast, which will be handy.
Yeah.
In the meantime, yeah, we've been making sourdough stuff. So I made these sourdough hamburger buns, and they turned out small. They weren't tiny, but they were small and dense, and the crust was a little hard. And I know ways to get around all of those.
Yeah, those are all things that Andy can handle.
Next batch will be better.
Would you do me a favor and mute me, because I need to make a bathroom run?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
While she does that, I'm going to open these presents. So one thing about being stuck in isolation is periodically you think of things that you want and you order them. And with things the way they are, those things don't necessarily come in a timely manner.
They're back ordered.
So we got these packages in the mail, and I was like, I have no idea what these are. I know Amanda ordered some lamps because we want a lamp because she wants better lighting for the kitchen when she's on Zoom calls and D&D and stuff. And she'll probably want to talk about D&D when she gets back. But I've ordered a few things. I've ordered some baking supplies and some other stuff, and I just didn't have any idea when these things were going to arrive. So I had these packages sitting in the hall decontaminating, and I was like, I have no idea what these are. So I'll open them on stream. And what they are is actually a present for both me and Amanda. In the bedroom, we have a old monitor that we actually got from a friend at Battleground. Brian, if Brian is watching, which I suspect not, but Brian donated a monitor to us when my old laptop that was acting as a monitor died. Sadly, that monitor does not have speakers. So we have been using a broken pair of speakers that we got from my brother-in-law, Johnny. Thank you very much, Johnny, for getting us those speakers, but sadly, I actually broke them. So for the longest time, Amanda has been unable to play games and stuff in the bedroom without using headphones, which can hurt you after a while. So I ordered a new set of speakers. These are just little USB powered desktop speakers. So I won't have the mess of cables that are coming out of the back of that monitor anymore, because this is just one, well, two cables, because there's one that's the audio input and one that's the power from the USB source. So fewer cables. Now, whereas Amanda has, for the last couple months, only had the ability to hear out of the left ear, this has both speakers. So as long as I don't accidentally wrench the cable out of the speaker, she'll be able to hear both sides of a conversation. I actually got these primarily so that Amanda could play Fallout 76, because that's something that she has been looking forward to playing again, now that new expansions are available for it. But when she's been playing Fallout 76, she has not been able to hear the dialogue from the people in the game, because when they speak, it's frequently coming out of the speaker that she doesn't have. So, yeah. This is a present for Amanda, and I got 2 of them. I can't recall why. I must have thought I need speakers for a different computer as well. So I've got a spare, in case I break one, I guess. But that's pretty cool. Go me for getting some cheapo speakers. And as soon as Amanda gets back and she's mic'd up, we'll think about playing some Magic the Gathering. We have to pick which decks we're going to play. Lobster, you heard the names of all the decks. I don't know how much attention you were paying. There we are. Audio is back. Video is back.
It wants me to watch an ad.
All right. Well, sorry about that, folks. I don't know when we cut off, but I think we were just getting ready to play some Magic the Gathering.
We know that the problem is the Zoom cam.
Yeah.
And there's not really much we can do about that right now.
No, I'll just leave it unplugged.
Hard to get a hold to get our hands on at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to leave that camera out for now. I'm just going to take this.
Notice that I haven't been using it on my stream. Yeah, because it freezes.
Yeah. That's it.
Doesn't really help us figure out when we froze.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to just... I think if I remove this, yes, I think. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to set up the shot for our game of Magic. And Clara is being adorable, because that's what she does. Go. So I'm going to use my phone as a life counter, if this would connect. There we go. Yeah. meant to do.
We're frozen again?
Oh, for Pete's sake. Well, I don't think so. It looks like it's working.
We're moving on mine.
Yeah. We're okay for now. Oh, I'm giving myself an unfair advantage here. I didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
Clara. Okay. Amanda.
Yeah.
Are there any of these decks that appeal to you? I'll give you the array of decks to look upon. So we're just going to play with these unsleeved, because I didn't... We're low on sleeves right now, unfortunately. But that's fine.
I'll try Vehicle Rush.
Sounds like fun. Okay.
Or do.
All right, then I'll do Deadly Discovery.
Yeah, if we are frozen on your screen, Lobster, then that may be your internet, because on mine we are definitely moving. I've got, yeah.
Right. So Amanda, for your reference, what chat can see is pretty much from here up to the top. Oh, you can see it there. Lovely.
You told me to chat to the chat.
Yes.
I have the stream open.
Okay.
So I can see what we can see.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the camera doesn't capture our entire playfield, so you may not be able to see all of our lands if we play them too far back. But I do think this is a lot better than the last time we played Magic on stream, largely because of this fantastic camera arm that was donated by Lobster of Revenge. Thank you very much, Lobster of Revenge.
Is overloaded. That might be it.
Does happen. Computers.
Yeah, the common issue does seem to definitely be the zoom cam that we've got.
Yeah, so I've just taken it out. I was going to use it to show off cards, but
you could.
I can just hold stuff up to the camera if we need to.
You could also, like I said, plug it in to be able to.
Oh, I forgot. These come with a sideboard.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do best of 3, and then we can use the sideboard if we want. So this is a 60-card deck. This one's no longer standard legal, obviously. Nor is that one.
Yeah, this one isn't standard legal either.
It comes with a card separator. Comes with a little informational thing. Comes with a spin-down die. And it comes with its own little box. Hi, Clara.
Oh, I definitely need to shovel, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so just put the sideboard aside for now. Clara wants my discarded cellophane. I'm just going to stick it in my pocket for now, so as not to have constant crinkling noise on stream. See, Amanda's being smart. She is looking through her deck to see what it does, whereas I am just shuffling my deck. It's black and green, so I assume it does graveyard stuff. Hers is a vehicle and artifacts deck, so. And you said it was Mardu?
Mardu! You have to reboot once in a while to clear out stuff that's making it overload? Yeah. I have to do that too every so often. So I've been doing a lot of video production for my workplace, which has been great. It's definitely been an interesting journey. And I'm glad I'm doing it. That being said,
iMovie.
iMovie really likes to save your files in multiple places, is what I have learned. What I have gathered is, it was telling me, like, your disk is almost out of space. And I was like, this computer should not be out of space. It has gigs and gigs and gigs. You know, it's not the biggest computer. It's as big as I could get a refurbished MacBook Air. But yeah, it's a sizable enough.
What was that bip?
I have no idea.
Clara, what did you make beep?
Was it that?
I have no idea where that came from.
Well, there's a detector right above her.
Could have been. Okay, well.
I'll have to keep listening for it. Do you want to turn off the dining room light?
Sure.
Though, I mean, we had it on for a while the other day, and we've had it on today, and I haven't smelled anything, so.
Yeah, we replaced all the light bulbs. So it's possible that there was a light bulb that was arcing, that was dying and doing poorly. Give me a sec, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I've been doing all this video production, and it was like, you're almost out of space. And I was like, that shouldn't happen. Like, yeah, I've been doing a lot of video production, but each of the raw files that I film in QuickTime is only so big. And we're not talking long videos. The longest video I've done was like, I don't know, 14 minutes, I think was the longest one, was 14, because that was the water one. Like, a cat detector, wouldn't that be interesting? But yeah, we we've been making these videos, and I've been thinking, okay. So the other day, I went to try and do an update that it's been wanting me to do that I haven't wanted to do because I haven't wanted to reboot my computer because I have too many tabs open that I don't want to lose because I've got work stuff and orders and a whole host of things that I don't want to lose. But I was like, okay, you know what? I gotta...
Yes, a cat detector.
I gotta go ahead and do it.
If we had a cat detector, it would be going off all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
What it actually is us just going, oh, Clara!
Clara,
That's the
I
cat
see
detector.
her. But yeah, I was like, okay, let's do this update. And it was like, you don't have enough space to do this update. I was like,
how do I not have enough space?
Yeah, how do I not have enough space to do this update? So I had it look for, you know, things that are really big files. And one of the things that I know that Mac does sometimes is if there's an update that needs to be done, like a system update, it will preload the update, but it's not a detectable file. Like, it's not a file you can do anything about. It's just sitting there taking up space on your drive. So it
occurs to me, I picked an Ether Revolt mat, and I'm playing an Ether Revolt deck. Interesting.
I'm also playing Ether. I'm not playing Eldraine.
No.
Anyway.
But I love that mat.
I went to clear out my files, and it was like, yeah, your biggest folder is your documents folder. And I was like, my documents folder shouldn't be that big. Documents don't take up that much space. But the iMovie, like, library is contained within the documents folder.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the iMovie library. And I was like, but I've been deleting all my previous projects because I've been I still have the raw files from, I have the raw files from QuickTime.
Yeah.
And I have the finished movies that have been exported as finished files. And none of them are that big. They're like a gig each, maybe. And as it turns out, iMovie saves all your individual pieces of media that you use to make your projects. It saves your projects in like 2 places. And those are huge working files because they have like individual, you know, file types for each of the distinct bits. And then it has it like saves each of the pieces of media to like 3 different places. And so I kept thinking I had gotten them all and been like, okay, I've cleared all that out, good. And it wouldn't have cleared up quite enough space. And I'd be like, why did that only get, this is still so big, and it still says iMovie is where it all is coming from. And I finally managed to find it all the other day and get rid of it, and it cleared up like, I don't know, like 20 gigs of space.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
iMovie
for like
is a disc hog.
5 movies that I've made. So.
All right.
All right.
Shall we try this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's have the app give us a random user. I believe I can do that. Here? No. Here?
I'm going to have my draw pile over here because
Yeah.
having it over behind the lamp is a pain.
I'm just hitting all the buttons. Something here makes... Oh. There we go. Roll a die. I will be on the play if you don't mind.
Then. That's fine.
Okay. Let's see. Sure, I'll try this. I have to remember all these old mechanics. I was wrong. This is not Aether Revolt.
Oh, what is it?
This is what's it called? Pirates and
Ixalan.
Ixalan.
Interesting.
I'm going to start with the forest.
Okay.
And go.
Alrighty. I'm going to start with unclaimed territory, and as it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I'm going to name dwarf pilots.
That's 2 creature types, isn't it?
They're all dwarves.
Okay, so dwarfs.
But dwarves.
Okay. All right.
And I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool and spend it only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type.
So that's, it's a good thing you looked through your deck before doing that, because if I had that card in my hand, I wouldn't know what to name.
Yeah.
Because I'm just playing my deck raw. Okay. You did remember to draw, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay. So that's how this is going to play. Great. I'm going to play a Woodland Cemetery. Would normally come in tapped, but I control a forest, so it does not. And then I'm going to tapa for a Wild Growth Walker. It is a 1/3 creature elemental. Whenever a creature I control explores, I put a +1/+1 counter on it, and I gain 3 life. So I guess exploring is a thing that happens in my deck.
I guess so.
And I should get some dice, because we may need counters.
Hang on. I just need to deal with the tangle.
Okay. Aha. Excellent. Thank you.
There's a bunch of D6s in it.
Some very nice D6s.
Yes.
Okay. Past you. I'm amused by the awful, awful layout of this shot. Just the fact of the camera angle was that we ended up with a lot of empty space on this particular stream. It is
right.
what it is. Okay.
So I played a plains.
Yes.
I'm going to tap my plains and tap this to for a red.
We have a red dwarf.
I have a veteran motorist. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2.
Oh, lovely.
Now, what do I do with scry?
You put them back either on the top or bottom in whatever order you desire. So if you don't want those cards, you can throw them away, but you get to choose which one you're going to be drawing next turn. Or you could say, I don't want either of these, and put them on the bottom.
I'll do that.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
So what is his power and toughness?
He's a 3/1, and whenever he crews a vehicle, the vehicle gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
That sounds great.
My deck is all vehicles and constructs.
I'll play a forest. I've got my 1/3.
Yeah, they would trade if you were to swing in with that.
Yeah, exactly. I pass.
Okay.
It is.
I'll play an ether hub.
Yep.
When it enters the battlefield, I get an energy counter.
Oh, an energy counter. We'll use this.
Yeah. 1 energy.
Okay.
And I can tap it to add colorless, or I can tap it and pay an energy to add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool. So a fair amount of fixing, but this is a 3-color deck, so
yeah,
that does make sense.
Yep.
And I am going to, let's see.
I still don't have a very clear idea of what my deck does, because what's in my hand is, I don't know. It doesn't give me a good indication of what my deck's actual game plan is.
All right, I'm going to pay tap 1 for a Toolcraft Exemplar.
Okay.
At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I control an artifact, Toolcraft Exemplar gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If I control 3 or more artifacts, it also gains first strike until end of turn.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew you had an artifact deck.
Oh, I didn't put out land, did I?
Yes, you did.
What did I? Oh, I put out the Ether Hub?
Yep.
That's right. That was this turn.
That was.
And I am going to tap for colorless.
And now you have an artifact.
For a Bomat Courier. It has haste. But it's a 1-drop, which was my aim. Yep. Whenever it attacks, I exile the top card of my library face down. But for 1 red and discarding my hand, I can sacrifice it and put all the cards exiled with it into their owner's hands.
Right. Okay. Sure.
So,
that seems interesting.
Yeah, I've never played that card.
No. I mean, it's good. It's kind of weird hand draw.
Yeah, it's a weird way to deal with stuff, yeah. If you have a whole bunch of useless in your hand, you know, you might as well
and
sack
later
it
in the
and get a
game,
whole bunch
especially if
more.
you're playing 2 cards a turn, you're going to have few cards in hand.
Yeah.
And you might have sacrificed or, exiled a bunch of stuff.
Exactly, and you get a whole bunch of things in your hand.
Yep. All right. Done? Or are you going to move to combat?
No, I'm done.
Okay. My go.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. That's a familiar card. I'm going to tap 1 green. Can you guess what I'm tapping 1 green for, Amanda? It's a green deck.
I'm sure it is. Is it an elf?
It's an elf.
Oh, boy, it's Llanowar elves.
Everybody loves Llanowar elves. They're a 1/1 elf creature that you can tap for 1 green. I can't do that quite yet because it's got Summoning Sickness. I will pass the turn.
Okay.
Amanda's definitely got the board advantage here.
Yeah.
I have to hope that I've got some sort of board wipes in my hand or in my deck. I mean, I've got black, so Death Touch is probably a thing.
Swamp.
Swamp.
Tap that for red.
Okay. She's got red, white, black.
Deepala.
Ah.
also a dwarf, hence the red.
Yes, exactly.
Other dwarves you control get +1/+1. So both my veteran motorist and toolcraft exemplar are now, one's a 4/2 and one's a 2/2. And each vehicle I control gets +1/+1 as long as it's a creature. I don't have any vehicles at the moment. And whenever Deepala becomes tapped, I may pay X. If I do, reveal the top X cards of my library and put all dwarf and vehicle cards from among them into my hand, then put the rest on the bottom of my library in a random order.
Okay. There's a lot going on there. Your board is in good shape now.
It is. It is. Pretty happy with it. And I will pass.
Okay. All right.
And I could swing, but you'd be blocking a whole bunch of my dudes, so.
All right. Okay. So I'll play a forest. That's not a forest.
That's not a forest at all.
There's a forest. That's a forest. That's not a knife. All right. And then I guess I should do a thing.
Yeah.
Um.
Move my stuff up so let's see it.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't like that.
No. Finality.
Ugh.
I may put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. So I'll put 2 +1/+1 counters on my elemental.
Okay.
So now it's a 3/5. And then all creatures get -4/-4 until the end of turn. Yeah, that was mean. And then I'll move to combat.
Yeah,
and
you will, I guess.
Swing with my walker for 3.
Okay. That was very mean.
Your turn.
That forest overwhelmed the system. Refreshing the tab brought you into action.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
I think some of this might be your computer. Wow. It's not helpful. Put down an inspiring vantage, which comes in tapped.
Okay. What's its special
Unless
ability?
I control 2 or fewer lands, but I only just drew it, so
okay. Yep.
it adds either red or white.
Okay.
So. It's not helpful. It's not helpful at all. No. I'll put out a scrap heap scrounger. It can't block.
Okay. It's a 3/2.
Yep, it
And
can't
what's
block.
its ability?
I can bring it back from the graveyard.
Ah.
If I exile a card from my another creature card from my graveyard, I can return it from my graveyard to my battlefield. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, I can't block. So. Guess who had no other creatures in her hand? So.
Okay. Another forest. I'm kind of flooded here.
My heart bleeds buttermilk.
Is that how it works? Gonna swing for 3.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do about it.
And pass.
You think you're flooded? Lightning strike on you.
Doing
3.
3. Okay. Bip, bop, boop.
And I'll swing. He can't block, so I might as well swing with him.
Yep.
He does 3.
All right. 14 all.
Yep.
Okay. I'll swing for 3.
Yep.
Your turn. Okay. This is interesting times. Ooh, Golgari Guildgate. Oh, enters tapped. Swing. Your turn.
Oh, well, that's sure a thing. Heart of Karen.
Oh.
It's a 4/4 with flying and vigilance and crew 3.
And you have a 3/2.
Yeah, I do. I can tap any number of creatures I control with total power 3 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn.
But it does not have haste.
No.
Okay.
So.
But it's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So.
Yep. I'm at 8. You're at 8.
Yep. I'm about to be at 5.
Yeah. Pass. Oh, yeah, did I play that Guildgate this turn? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Mana is not my problem right now.
Yeah. Sure. Whew. Unlicensed disintegration.
Oh.
Destroy target creature. If you control an artifact, unlicensed disintegration deals 3 damage to that creature's controller.
Ouch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and that guy's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Crew.
Tap that to crew.
Thing. Yep.
4 in the air.
It has vigilance. Okay then.
Radio.
Okay. I go. Come on, deck. Alright. Alright. So, black, and 2 others. Ravenous Chupacabra. And it's going to eat your scrap heap, Scrounger.
Oh,
Rom, rom, rom,
my Scrounger.
I don't think that actually saves me, though.
Well, I can't crew that if I don't have a creature.
But your Scrounger can come back from the graveyard to your hand.
That's true, if I get rid of another creature.
Turn. Well, let's play it out.
Yeah, because we don't know.
This has summoning sickness, so I can't do anything.
Okay.
I'll pass to you.
Okay.
Like, if you can get 3 power worth of stuff onto the board, I'm dead. Because summoning sickness doesn't matter for crewing, because it's not the creature that's tapping, it's the vehicle that's tapping the creature.
Right. I think. Anyway, we're going to do 1 and a colorless and exile a creature from my... Exile that. Bomat Courier. to get my scrap heap scrounger from my graveyard to the battlefield. So scrap heap scrounger is out, and then
it's not even to your hand; it's straight back to the
yeah,
battlefield.
it's right out onto the battlefield.
He's nifty.
So red 1, 2, Pia Nalar.
Ooh.
And I create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact.
Oh, did the thing come with artifacts?
I don't know. We'll look and see if it's in the sideboard. Token with flying. Nope.
No tokens. Oh well.
There's my Thopter.
Sure, that's a 1/1.
And I will... You can crew with a summoning sickness creature?
Yep.
Well, then I'll be crewing with the Scrounger.
It's this that's tapping the creature, not the creature tapping for an activated ability.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's 4 in the air.
Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright, that was good. That was interesting. Thought I had you with that board wipe.
Guess what I had in my hands?
A land?
An Evolving Wilds.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, but not helpful. I had all the land I needed, so...
Alright. Let's reset. I will play first again. I'm going to look in my
look at your sideboard and see what you have?
I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah, I haven't looked at my sideboard. I looked at my deck, but I didn't look at my sideboard.
Under these circumstances. I'm actually kind of surprised it doesn't have the tokens for the deck.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Kind of like those. I think I'll put those in.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put anything in.
Pull out to replace. That would have been handy. Maybe I don't actually want to change anything. I'm going to leave my deck the way it is. I didn't know what was in my deck. Alright. Time to shuffle. That seems like a pretty fun deck, though.
It is.
Vehicles, energy.
Yeah.
Kaladesh was a fun set.
I liked Kaladesh. By all accounts, Kaladesh was a really powerful set.
Yes.
And
yes. Energy it kind of broke the game for a little while.
Yeah, it definitely threw the standard environment out of whack for a while. Which was too bad because it was a really fun set and I was really glad that people enjoyed it. But to then have the standard environment so, like...
You want to cut me?
Weird for so long, I think definitely was difficult for the game.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
You're on the play again?
I am on the play again. See if I keep another 4-land hand. No.
I guess I'll keep this.
I'm not keeping this.
I don't love it.
Doing the good old London mulligan. Johnny's still around, right? It was Gideon that got. That's okay. I'm gonna try this. I'll put this on the bottom. And then I will play a Memorial to Fall. No, I will play a Forest, tap, Llanowar Elf.
Okay.
Pass to you.
Play a Concealed Courtyard that enters untapped because I have fewer than two. I have, yeah, 2 or fewer lands.
You definitely have 2 or fewer lands.
Yeah. And I will tap it for a Bomat Courier.
Okay then. It's a 1/1
It's the 1/1
haste.
that has haste, and I can exile with it.
Are you gonna attack?
Into your Llanowar Elves? No.
Okay.
You'll block it.
I probably would, knowing that this deck has some graveyard recursion.
Yeah.
Play a Swamp. Tap, tap. Merfolk Branchwalker. When it enters the battlefield, it explores. Reveal the top card of your library. Put it into your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on the Merfolk Branchwalker. It is a Llanowar Elves. I can either put that in my graveyard or put it onto the top of my library. Interesting. I guess I'll put it in my graveyard. I think that's the correct play.
Okay.
And I'm not going to attack with my elf, so pass to you.
Dwarves.
She named dwarves again.
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay. See, I don't have anything quite that easy in this deck. So far, I've got a Merfolk Scout and an Elf Druid. The Scrounger is back.
Sure is.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Memorial to Folly enters the battlefield tapped. I can tap it for black. It's a land. And for 2 and a black, tap it and sacrifice it to return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So it's a way to get stuff back from the grave. I'm going to tap Forest and Swamp for Cast Down. Destroy target non-legendary creature. Destroy your Scrapyard Scrounger. And move to combat.
Yeah.
I'll swing with my 2/1. Oh wait, it's a 3/2. Because I didn't put a counter on him when I explored. So attack for 3.
I'll take it.
Okay. Your go.
Spire of Industry.
Which one was that?
Add colorless. Pay 1 life. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only if you control an artifact.
You don't tap?
You tap or
tap.
tap.
Tap and
Yeah.
pay a life. Okay. I was like, you could just pay life to
No.
get in, like mana?
No. Okay. Colorless.
Okay.
Red.
Yep.
White.
Okay.
Depala.
See, I couldn't have cast down her anyways because she's
Yeah.
legendary.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Depala's out.
Yes, she is.
Does she get something from the Bombat Cursor? No, the cursor gets...
No, neither of them
Okay.
synergize off each other, really.
She just does something for dwarves.
Dwarves and vehicles.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Vehicles that I control gain +1/+1 as long as they're creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as they're being
When they're
crewed.
crewed.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, just hit my mic. Sorry about that. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. She is a 3/1?
She's a 3/3.
3/3. And I have a 3/2.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Forest. Black, black, green, green. Ravenous Chupacabra.
Oh, God.
You sacrifice a creature.
Yeah, I do.
Or no, I destroy target creature.
Yeah. Who do you want to
Okay.
take out?
Yeah, I'll take out Depala.
Yeah, I figured you would.
And then I'll swing with my 3/2.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, here we go. No board wipes, but I've gotten some removal going on. I have one card left in hand.
Black.
Okay,
Colorless.
okay.
Exile
Exile
Depala.
Depala.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh.
Because now I can bring out my Scrounger from
Okay.
my...
I feel like Depala is better than the Scrounger, but anyways.
But Depala
Yeah.
can't come back from the graveyard,
Yeah.
so... Crude vehicles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Add one
They're
to the
quite
pun counter.
refined vehicles, thank you very much. And I will pass.
Okay.
Or actually, I have 2 left, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, okay, well. Might as well bring another Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, why not have both of them?
So you've got 2 3/2s now
Yes, I do.
that can come back from the graveyard.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Woodland Cemetery. I'll attack with my Branch Walker and my Chupacabra. It's a 2/2 and a 3/2.
I'm going to block the Merfolk with one of my Scroungers.
Okay, so you take 2.
Yep.
And
Oh, wait,
you
no, I can't block with that.
Oh, wait, can't block.
I'll block with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still take 2, and that dies.
That does. Yep.
All right, pass.
Okay.
I forgot those guys can't block.
Yeah, I momentarily did too, obviously. Sure. Let's bring that out. It's another unclaimed territory, and I'm going to say constructs.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Dwarves?
No, dwarves.
No, you've already said dwarves. That one is... Oh, this is a different thing.
They're both dwarves now.
Oh, okay.
So I could use both of them
Yeah.
for dwarves.
Yeah.
If I so chose.
Okay.
Because constructs are colorless.
It's true.
So I don't need a
doesn't
specific
matter.
color of mana to do them. Could do human and go with that. But in any case, do that. do that. And I have to think for a second.
Sure.
Yeah, that works. Do that to put out Depala.
Didn't I just kill her?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
She's got an identical sister.
Oh, man. Okay. I've got a Llanowar elf I can block with.
Yeah. So this has summoning sickness. So
Yes.
I can't attack with it this turn.
Correct.
But I could... It doesn't matter if I crew it, because it's going to not be crewed at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Then, so, yeah. I'm going to... These can't block, so I might as well swing with them.
Yeah. I could block with my elf.
Get rid of one of them, or not even get rid of one of them. They're 3/2s.
Yeah, I'm going to block one of them.
Okay.
Just chump. And I take 3?
Yep.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes, I am done.
Okay. So you've got an uncrewed
4/4.
Kieran, which becomes a 5/5 when it's crewed. Costs 3 to crew, but Depala has 3.
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to play a forest. Wild Growth Walker. Yeah, and I'll pass, I guess. Pass.
Okay. So many not basic lands. I feel like I'm playing Commander.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a 3-color deck, so it needs that fixing.
Yeah. I'm going to put out an Evolving Wilds.
Okay.
Tap it, crack it.
Okay.
And I can search my deck for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Then I shuffle my library.
Okay. A mountain.
Yeah. It's tapped.
Yes. Aside from the fact that the camera is not high enough to get more of our board onto the screen, I think this is pretty good. You can make out my cards pretty well.
Yeah. Do you want to cut me?
Nah, I trust you.
Okay. All right. So I am going to okay. So I'm going to crew the Heart of Kieran with Depala.
Yep.
And whenever Depala becomes tapped, I may pay X. If I do, reveal the top X cards of my library and put all dwarf and vehicle cards from among them into my hand, then put the rest on the bottom of my library in a random order.
All right.
So she is tapped to crew.
Yep.
I may pay X.
Yep.
So I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library.
We have a Toolcraft Exemplar. Let's go in the bottom.
That was a Plains. What's that one? Oh,
Ether Hub, an Unlicensed Disintegration, and another Depala.
Interesting.
This is a good layout. Amanda's side is a mite cramped. Yeah, unfortunately. We could, in theory.
Well,
yeah, I only have so much space on the camera. All right. So those go in my hand.
Yep.
I should have left one up. I should have done 1, 4 and left one up, but I didn't know if I'd get a 1 drop. So
so your heart is a 4/4 flyer.
It's a 5/5 flyer.
Oh, that's right, because Depala.
It's crewed with Depala with Vigilance.
Yep.
So that is 5 in the air.
Are you going to attack with the other 2 Dubers too?
Yeah, I can't block with them, so I might as well. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can block these guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. I'm going to keep the walker, and I'm going to double block one of those guys.
Okay.
So I'm taking 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay.
That goes away.
I'm down to 9. Yep, that goes away, and you get to choose the order in which damage is dealt to these guys, because it does 3. So this is a 3...
A 3-2.
Why did I double block?
Yeah, I don't know why you double blocked.
I don't know why I did that. Anyways, this is a 3-2. That's a 2-2.
I get rid of the 3-2.
Okay. Alright. Still have my Chupacabra and my Wild Growth Walker.
Okay.
Done?
Done.
Now, although your thing has vigilance, it is currently tapped, or you don't have any creatures, so you can't crew it.
Yeah.
So you're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn. I have 9 life left. You have 12. Yeesh.
I could draw another disintegration.
I'm going to swing for 2.
I'll take it.
Okay. Pass.
Okay.
I know you've got another Depala in your hand, and you've got a...
but I can't bring another Depala out right now. So that does hinder me a little bit.
You could... Anyways, yeah.
So one of these unclaimed territories was dwarves. So I'm going to tap it for a white for my Toolcraft Exemplar.
Yep. What's he do?
At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I control an artifact, he gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If I control 3 or more artifacts, it also gains first strike.
Right.
So I have 2 right now. So.
Still has summoning sickness, though.
Yeah, it does. Right.
He gets how much if you have an artifact?
+2/+1.
Interesting.
Okay. So he's a 3/2.
Okay.
At the beginning of combat.
Yeah.
On my turn.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help me on your turn as a defender, but he does help me on an attacker.
Yeah.
So my mic keeps flipping down on my shirt. All right, so that was paid to get that exemplar out.
Yep. Got a Depala in your hand. So
we're going to pay a black and a colorless and exile the courier to get my scrounger back out.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So he's got summoning sickness. He can't do much this turn because he's not a 3/3. Like, he doesn't have a 3 power, so I can't. Or actually, he does turn into a 3 at the beginning of combat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I think I'm dead on board.
He does. So here's what we're going to do. And other dwarves actually get +1/+1. So he's actually a 2/2 right now.
Right.
Just cause. And, you know, while we're at it, we might as well play this Cultivator's Caravan.
Sure, why not?
Because, you know.
It's a mana rock, right? You tap it to add mana.
Any color mana to my mana pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what we're going to do is we're going to use...
Start of combat. That thing
Start of combat, it becomes a 4/4. Or no, it becomes a 4/3.
Okay.
It gets +2/+1
okay.
at the beginning of combat. To crew Heart of Kirin.
Yep.
Which is now a 5/5 flyer with vigilance.
Yep.
And then we're going to attack in the air with it. So that's 4. We're going to attack with Depala. Yeah, 5. So that's Depala. And...
that guy's got summoning sickness.
Yeah, they've both got summoning sickness right now. So can't do anything with them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. And 5 of that is in the air.
Yeah. So I chump block one of your 3/3s.
Yep.
Yeah. So I take 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Nope, other way. I'm down to 1.
can you do 10 damage to me in one turn?
I suspect not. But let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out together.
Not with a forest, I can't.
Oh.
And another forest. If I had had my board wipe, I had enough mana up to wipe your board.
To take it out, yeah.
Which would have reset things, but then you would have been able to get your 2 coursers back.
I would have gotten the Scrap Heap Scroungers back out. Yeah. And I had another Depala in my hand waiting. Yep. So Depala would have come back out.
So what you were saying about Depala is legendary, so you couldn't play Depala. You could still tap Depala to attack or
do the damage and then bring another Depala out.
Right, so you have an untapped Depala and one in your grave. So that's a pretty darn good deck.
Yeah, this is a really nice deck.
Mine's got a lot of removal. I just wasn't...
I had Pia coming up in a couple of turns, another Courier coming up in a couple of turns, another Exemplar. This deck is not varied. There isn't a whole lot going on in this deck, but all of... I could slide my lands up. There's a bit more room. Yeah, they're lands. They're not as exciting as these.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is that this deck has a lot of non-basic lands.
It really does. Which, makes it, you have to think while you're playing it.
Showing them on screen doesn't really help you because you can't see them well enough to see what they're actually doing as much. And I'm just basically tapping them every turn. Their big differences between them is that we have things like the Ether Hub. Which way is up?
This way.
Okay, so we have things like, am I on it? No, there we go. Am I visible?
Yep.
Okay, so this is an Ether Hub. The way an Ether Hub works is, when I put it out, I never got my energy again.
Oh.
Energy is a tool that you can use in the Ether Revolt and Kaladesh things. So I get energy, and then I can pay energy to get mana of a color I want, so it's mana fixing. Unclaimed Territory is a similar idea in that you can tap it to add a colorless mana, or you can add mana of... any color to my mana pool, but I can spend it only to cast a creature card of the type that I named when I brought it out. And then we had a Spire of Industry, where I can add colorless to my mana pool, or I can use it to... I can pay 1 life to get the mana I want. So each of those cards gives me a way to get mana of a specific color. It's just that it's mana of a specific color with limitations because it's not coming from a basic land. Or I can use it as generic or colorless mana because there are a lot of artifacts in this deck, like the Bomat Courier. And the Bomat Courier, the Heart of Kirin, the Scrap Heap Scroungers, there was that Cultivator Caravan. Mm-hmm. Those are all things that don't require specific color mana. So in a deck like this that has a lot of artifacts and vehicles that don't require specific colors of mana, having a bunch of lands that have limitations on their colored mana is not that much of a hindrance.
Yeah,
it does not hurt me at all.
Your artifacts and your vehicles out.
Having those unclaimed territories is very helpful because then you can get your dwarves out without worrying about getting the right color mana out. And there are a lot of dwarves in this. There are 4 copies of Depala in this deck. There are 4 Toolcraft exemplars in this deck. So that right there, you've got a bunch of dwarves. And then, let's see. Pia's human, so I said human with the other one. Veteran Motorist is a dwarf. Heart of Kirin and Ethersphere Harvester are both colorless. Another Veteran Motorist, another Veteran Motorist. Sky Sovereign Consul Flagship, colorless, it's a vehicle. And then it's a bunch of constructs. Like, this is not the most exciting of decks in terms of card variety, but it's a standard deck, which means you want 4 of your key cards.
Yeah.
You want to be drawing your synergy reliably. And I was drawing my synergy reliably at that point, which is the trick with standard.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why standard isn't as exciting to me in general, because I tend to find standard, the idea of standard is sort of dialing in that one deck that performs the same every time you play it.
Yeah, consistency is definitely something you go for when you're building a top-tier type deck.
Yeah, when you're building a standard deck, you want your deck to always perform the way you want it to perform, and therefore having 4 copies of a given card, of your key cards, means that you have a very good chance of drawing them in combination with each other, and therefore you're always going to be able to play the combos and synergy that you want. This deck does that. This deck is very good. It's a color combo I like. Mardu is...
What did you do with your sideboard?
It's in the little box.
Oh, okay.
Mardu's a color combo that I really quite like. Black-white is a color combo I really quite like. I
That's
gravitate...
true. Black-white vampires. You have the commander deck.
I have the Edgar Markov. Black and white is a color combo that I do really well with, because I gravitate to black cards, but then I always get nervous about using my life total as a resource. That makes me very nervous.
So
I'm
I
always
feel
like,
like
but my life!
This deck wants me to be doing more delving, or whatever it's called, exploring.
Yeah.
Which was an Ixalan mechanic, where exploring was what Ixalan was all about. It just... The only card I had that actually explored the entire time 2 games was that one Merfolk, the Branch Walker.
Vehicle Rush. I mean, this gets vehicles on the board, and fast.
So it's 9-11 right now. Do you want to try one more game?
What game?
I was thinking aggro versus aggro, and see which aggro is more aggro.
I want to play lots of aggro.
Okay. I was just thinking
I don't want to have to
fast.
get to know another deck right now.
Fair.
My brain is not really up for that. We could play a Dark Story.
Yeah, let's do a Dark Story.
Lobster, are you up for doing a guess on some Dark Stories?
Here we
Put
go.
that back in my...
Yes. Thank you for letting me borrow your dice.
You're welcome.
I love this little dice box. Here you go.
But yeah, I do... Black...
Oh, sorry, this is your die as well.
Oh, thank you. Black as a color in Magic relies on you being able to use your life total as a resource. You have to be willing to sacrifice your life points, your hit points, in order to make things happen. And that makes me very nervous. That is a very stressful thing for me. So playing black-white, when white tends to have life gain or be able to protect you a lot, that makes me feel a little more secure about using my life total as a resource. And red is just fun aggro. So black, white, red is a combo that I do gravitate to.
It worked well for you.
The Mardu wedge.
I'm sorry I couldn't force a game 3.
Yeah, well.
I feel like I did better game 1. Game 2...
I think you did do better game 1.
You were just overwhelming me from the very beginning.
Though game 1, I feel like we did have a point where we were like, I'll do 3.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll do 3.
Bap.
And I'll do
and
3.
Then you got the heart out, and I was
like, this is the most boring game of Magic I have ever... The only way this could be more boring is if we were doing 1 point of damage each turn. Like, ugh, slog. Which I've definitely had games like that, but...
No, I was just hoping to get more removal because you only had 2 or 3 creatures out.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll do that. Cursed Holiday. No one's dead.
Oh, another nobody dead Dark Story.
A man returned from the toilet to find that his holiday was ruined.
Okay. That
you want to go to...
On. Oh. I could go.
Yeah, we'll show the...
There. Except I've got it turned sideways. It's upside down. Here we go. Cursed holiday. A man returned from the toilet to discover that his vacation was ruined. Ruined!
Ruined! It's ruined!
All right. So, the obvious question is, was his vacation ruined by IBS or some similar stomach bug?
No.
Okay. See, you wouldn't return from you discover your vacation is ruined when you went to the toilet.
Yeah, no.
So that's not what it is. Is the toilet relevant to the story?
Yes?
Was it a porta potty?
No.
Okay.
Does he have a partner? Yes, he does.
Okay. Okay. Was his vacation ruined because he found his partner cheating on him?
No.
Okay. Was his partner missing when he returned from the bathroom?
Yes.
Ah, we're getting closer. So he went to the bathroom.
Yep.
And when he came back, his partner was gone.
Yep.
Had they left him?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay. It wasn't that they were abducted or...
No, they left and he was still there.
Okay. That would ruin your vacation. Had they taken all of his money and his passport and his wig?
Took all his stuff.
That was a Warren Zevon ref for those of you in chat.
Oh, Warren Zevon.
Mr. Bad Example. Look up. All right.
Did he miss his plane? No.
I mean, your vacation is ruined enough if your partner just disappears when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's you're missing some details on, on the manner in which.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what we don't know is the trick. Like, because we don't know it.
Right. There was a movie about this with Harrison Ford.
Was there? I mean, Harrison Ford's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, he has been.
Sorry, I've forgotten the answer to my question about is it relevant that it was a bathroom that he went to?
You said, is the bathroom relevant?
Yeah.
And I said yes.
Okay.
But, like, kind of no. Like,
okay.
The problem is, the question, is the bathroom relevant? Is it relevant is it relevant that it's a bathroom? Or is it relevant that he came back from somewhere?
Right. Like, if he had gone to the kitchen and come back, would the story be any different?
Yes.
Okay. Did he have to go to the bathroom because of something his partner did to him?
No.
Okay. Had they been together for a long time?
Not relevant.
Okay. So it's not like a quick fling that went bad.
No.
This is some person that he had been traveling with.
The picture shows him in his shorts. Are his clothes missing?
Ooh,
not the clothes. He's wearing what he was wearing when he went to the bathroom. They were on holiday. He's wearing shorts. Yes. It's summer.
Okay.
All his other stuff is missing.
Oh.
Yes.
Partner did take...
So his clothes are missing, but not the clothes he was wearing. He is wearing what he was wearing. So, like, there's two ways to interpret that question.
Yeah.
It's, did someone take the clothes that he went to the bathroom?
It was a situation where the partner absconded with his stuff.
Yes. The partner left with his stuff.
This vacation is getting worse all the time.
That's what you were asking. Okay, yeah. He went to the bathroom. When he came back, his stuff was gone, and his partner was gone.
I don't know. No, because I already asked that sort of. I was going to say, did he meet his partner on this vacation? But it's
not relevant.
Not relevant.
Yeah.
Okay. Had he been cheating?
Not relevant. Like, there doesn't have any mention of it.
Like, is the partner's motivation relevant to the story?
No.
Huh.
Not really. Like, did his partner deliberately leave him with no stuff? No.
Oh.
I'm going to take those as two separate questions. His partner did not deliberately leave him with no stuff. His partner did not think he had already gone ahead. So those are two separate questions and two separate answers.
Did his partner leave their clothes behind?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, maybe he couldn't fit into whatever clothes were left for him.
No. He's fully clothed.
But did his partner leave with all of his stuff?
Yes.
His money, tickets, passport.
His partner left with all the stuff.
Okay. His partner...
He went to go to the bathroom. Yep. He came back. Partner and things were gone.
Did they know that he was in the bathroom?
No.
Did they think that he was dead?
No.
Did they think... So we know, having gone on ahead, you already said no. Because all his stuff was still there. So they had packed up, were ready to go. He went to the bathroom.
No.
What?
They had packed up, they were ready to go? You are making some assumptions here.
I am. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. That was where my mind leapt with, did his partner deliberately leave him with no stuff? Was he in the bathroom for an unusually long time?
No. But you're making an assumption about where in the timeline we're at. Holidays can be ruined at any time.
Had they started the holiday yet?
Yes, they had.
So they were already at their destination, or at a destination.
They were on holiday.
Okay. Were they on a train?
No.
Were they on a cruise ship?
No.
Was he in a hotel?
No.
Okay. I had pictured this in a hotel.
Yeah. See, this is where I think you were missing some bits and pieces. Was the bathroom at the airport? No.
Was it in an airplane?
Were they in the holiday location? I cannot answer that without explaining what the holiday is.
Aha.
Yeah.
Aha. Interesting. All right, so now we have a thing that we know we don't know, which is what nature of holiday was it?
Yeah.
They were not on a train.
Correct.
They were not on a cruise ship.
Correct.
Were they camping? Okay.
Not everyone would call it camping.
A kind of camping. Were they in an RV?
Yes.
Did he go to the bathroom and the partner drove away?
Yes.
So he comes back from the bathroom and the RV is gone.
Yeah. In the trailer, yeah. So the story is that they had stopped at a rest stop for gas and snacks. He had been asleep in the camper when his wife went to get snacks.
Yep.
She thought he was still asleep in the camper. He had left the camper to go to the bathroom. She didn't know he had left the trailer in the first place and drove off without him.
Okay. We got there.
Yeah.
We got there in the end. That was good.
But there's the assumption that, like, this happened at the beginning of the holiday, I think, was what was derailing you at the very beginning, because you were assuming that it was ruined at the outset, not mid-holiday. And when you were asking, like, are they at their destination? I was like, this is an on-the-road holiday.
Yeah,
there is no destination necessarily. There's the road is the... Eventually she'd find out and come back, right? I mean, eventually she would realize that he wasn't asleep and she would come back, but that would, I mean, who knows how long that might take, or, you know, if they had made sort of multiple
I guess he didn't
stops.
bring his cell phone to the bathroom with him.
This is the thing. I was like, if they can't figure this out, I may have to give them the clue that if they had cell phones, this would not have been a problem. So, do you want one more?
Well, I want to ask, well, I guess...
This one has to do... This one is relevant to... It's strangely not relevant to Battleground.
Okay. Let's do it.
It's a really misleading title. To Die For.
Okay.
A woman stands in front of a hotel. Only 2 more steps, and all will be lost. Yeah, she might catch a ferry to Canada. We know from listening to Loading Ready Run that the ferry to Vancouver Island is...
or the ferry from the island.
Oh, yeah. If you miss it, that's it for you.
All right.
You better hope you have a friend to stay with.
Only 2 more steps to the hotel.
No, she stands in front of the hotel.
Oh, she stands in front of the hotel.
Only 2 more steps, and all will be lost.
Okay. And you said the title is misleading, so...
Yeah, it says to die for.
Yeah.
There's no actual death here.
No death. It's another no death one. So she's not going to get hit by a piano falling from the sky.
Correct.
All will be lost. Is she about to get robbed?
No.
Is she about to drop her wallet?
No. Can we
Or
see the
purse?
picture?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Perfect. There's the picture. And it's the scream.
Is she a gambler? No.
Yeah. Is she the one who is going to be losing everything?
Yes.
Okay. She stands in front of the hotel?
In front of a hotel. Only 2 more steps and all will be lost.
Is her dress caught in the door?
No.
Okay. So there was a very Benny Hill image that was in my head there.
Did she leave her purse in the taxi? No.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Have we established yet what the thing to be lost is?
Nope.
Okay, so is she going to lose her money?
She is going to lose money.
All. Only 2 more steps. Is the number 2 relevant?
The number of steps is relevant.
Is one of her shoes about to break?
Nope.
Are there steps in front of the hotel? Like stairs?
No, there are no stairs.
Okay. Or not relevant, or it's not mentioned.
There are no stairs.
Oh, there are positively no stairs
There
in
are
front
definitely no stairs.
Is the hotel in Venice?
No, the hotel is definitely not in Venice. The hotel is definitely not in Venice.
Ah, the steps, not stairs. Are they paces?
They are a number of places one would move.
Is she in a board game?
There is a board game.
Is it like Monopoly?
It is like Monopoly. I told you it was amusingly not relevant to Battleground.
I should be wearing my other shirt. Darn it, I'm wearing the wrong shirt.
Keep going, there's details you don't have.
All right, is the hotel Park Avenue?
Yeah, it is.
When she lands on Park Avenue...
She's on Park Avenue. She's in front of the hotel.
Right. So
what's two spaces away from Park Avenue? Park Place?
Yeah, Park Place is... oh man, I should know
the priciest. Does she land on Boardwalk with 2 hotels? Yeah, in 2 steps.
Yeah.
She'll be on Boardwalk, and she'll lose everything. She'll go bankrupt.
Wow.
Can we go to the...
Yeah. Hold it a little bit further this way. There it is. Womp womp. Yeah, that was a good puzzle.
The woman was playing Monopoly. Her piece was on Park Place. If she rolls a 2, she will move to Boardwalk, causing her to go bankrupt. I was like, that is perfect for tonight.
Yeah.
It's perfect for us.
So yeah. I think we may be trying to do Magic more regularly.
Yeah, we may be thinking, so Tuesday nights, unfortunately, conflict with our friend Andrew Kelby's Jackbox stream. And Andy had asked me at one point if I would mind maybe moving to Wednesdays. Yeah. I don't know what my programs are going to end up looking like, but I'm going to say let's go ahead and move to Wednesdays, maybe.
Okay. So next week we'll broadcast on Wednesday night. I
checked the schedule, and Wednesday afternoons, Pi does something in the afternoon, but none of our friends are doing Wednesday evenings. Wednesday is as good as Tuesday for you? Awesome. Okay. Then let's look at Wednesday nights and do like Wednesday night Magic.
All right. Sounds good to me. We've got plenty more Challenger decks.
So much Magic.
We have Commander decks. Yeah. We have Brawl decks.
We could even.
Yeah.
This is a thought that I had.
Yeah.
We have boxes of Magic. Yeah. No, not even. We have boxes of Magic cards.
Yeah.
So my thinking was, if we each had to go through a box and build a deck on stream, and we just one of us gets a box and the other gets a box.
Yeah.
Not like there's like a box down there for Modern Masters. We're not doing that. No. But I'm thinking like M11 and M15 are both boxes that I can see right here.
Yep.
And they're not big boxes. They're not the big, 5 wide boxes. They're just shoebox size. So one of us gets one of those boxes. One of us gets the other. We go through what we own. We build a quick deck, and we play some kitchen table Magic.
Sure. That could be a thing. And then in a couple of weeks, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed on this.
We'll have some Ikoria stuff to open on stream and play with.
We will see. It very much depends on the situation in Massachusetts.
Yep.
Quincy is still averaging about 20 cases a day, 20 new diagnoses a day, but also averaging quite a few. I think we're coming up on half of the total diagnosed cases having full recovery.
I saw there was another hotspot in Quincy.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Walmart in Quincy was not being properly cleaned or whatever, or it was having people working too close together, or its air filtration system was carrying the virus. I did read a really fascinating study of one particular case in China, no, in Hong Kong, where they were able to pretty conclusively prove that just being in the same overall room is not the problem. The airflow from the air conditioning vent is what was carrying droplets, because they could track who was the first person and who got sick first. And then they were able to track where other people who got sick were sitting, and they were able to trace contact. And they know these people got sick because they were sitting in the path of the airflow. So that's one of the conversations we've been having with my workplace, is our air filtration system and our HVAC system. We had been getting the HVAC system overhauled anyway. So the HVAC system is apparently ready to go. So we'll be very careful about that. But yeah, so I guess the Walmart was, they had like 9 cases right off the bat, which is a lot. So yeah, the Walmart in Quincy has been shut down for a thorough cleaning and decontamination. So another hot spot.
Yeah.
But that being said, like I said, we're coming up on half of the total cases in Quincy having been fully recovered. And I think they said 30% of the cases in Quincy were direct out of the 2 nursing home hotspots, which is tragic, but also sort of gives you an understanding of where those cases were coming from.
Yeah.
Because if 30% are from these 2 particular hotspots, then it's not that people were misbehaving or, spreading it because they were being all around the city because they were being irresponsible. Hotspots can raise those numbers very quickly in very specific places. So we'll see. I do know that Braintree is not doing great with it.
All right. So yeah, very much a lot depends on how things go in the state.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there will be some form of curbside pickup arrangement.
We're very much hoping that
and then
as things are eased, they aren't eased so much that it becomes dangerous, but they are eased enough that businesses are able to do curbside pickup, which will allow some income to happen, which would be good. So, yeah.
And would allow us to get some Ikoria to play.
It would.
All right. I think we're going to call it. We're going to say good night.
They're opening some retail for curbside next week.
Yeah.
We think maybe in like 2 weeks. The 18th is the theoretic. It's the end of the current stay-at-home order. That was increased from the May 4th. May 4th was the original date that the stay-at-home order was set for. So I think we'll probably see a week from now whether that gets increased. I would say that if they aren't seeing a drop-off on cases, if they're seeing a climb in cases within the next week, they will probably extend that stay-at-home order even further because they'll know that there are probably still contagious cases out there that need to be contained. So we'll see.
In the meantime,
we will see you for story time.
Yep, story time in about 20 minutes. And I will most likely be streaming again tomorrow morning. Lobster, that's probably too early for you. It being 5 in the morning for you when I go live at 8 here.
I will probably be doing some
more Arcade Spirits.
Some more Arcade Spirits in the afternoon. Tomorrow, I do not have any work scheduled.
Yay.
I don't have a single meeting. I don't have anything.
I have plans for
which is wild.
Animal Crossing tomorrow.
So
I have a thing I want to build.
I will probably play some Arcade Spirits tomorrow. I'll play level 2 of Arcade Spirits. And,
Is that Hamza?
I feel like Hamza is level 3. Let me look.
There's taking it to the max, but I think that's
Take it to the max is after Hamza, because it's when you're driving back in the van after Hamza that you're like, I want to do more. I want to plan some events. That's when that picks up.
Yeah. Anyways. Second level.
Yeah, I would have to look at my saved game and
or you can just do it on stream.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a saved game I can boot up and look at very quickly.
Yeah. We will see you for story time in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll
do...
for
various streams tomorrow, and our next Battleground Games live stream will be on Friday.
What are we playing?
Doctor
Who.
Oh, we'll be playing Doctor Who on Friday. Okay, then.
Why not,
it
right? It's right there.
Oh, good.
I have it home.
Perfect.
Because I was trying to paint all of the expansion figures, but I didn't get through that because all those stupid plaid pants are giant pain in my butt.
Yeah. All right.
But cool. I was thinking we could do that.
Doctor Who game. It's awesome.
Because it's co-op and it rotates and stuff. So my thinking is we could do.
They're
not
even if
here.
they're not. Oh, okay.
They're at the store because I was painting them.
All right. I see you've loaded your game up. Do you want to just tell us what?
Yeah,
Chapter 2
I'm
is?
looking at prizes because that tells me what.
You have a locked prize?
Yeah, it was that bug where it didn't unlock level 3.
Yeah.
That was from Take It to the Max. Is it really pixels? No. Let me see. 2 is Chasing Ghosts. Yeah, that is Hamza.
Okay, awesome.
So we'll get to meet Hamza!
Yay!
My very favorite character in the entire game.
Yeah.
Hamza's the best.
Thanks for joining us for some magic. We had some fun.
We'll see you in a little bit for story time.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Be seeing you.